What's up, everybody? This is your boy Jarrell Washington back again for another episode of Filming in Progress with my co-host Isai. And we got a special guest in here today. Go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
What's up, everybody? My name is DeVonte Brown.
Nice to meet you, man. How you feeling? How you been?
What's up, guys? What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
You finally happy to be on now?
Yeah,
This is my
man,
guy
about
right
time.
here. I'm
This is
so
the
excited to
about
have
time,
him on.
bro.
Yeah, this is the homie.
I've been
right
watching
here.
episodes. I'm like, when am I gonna get on?
No, man, it was great to have you here. I know E was very excited to have this episode too because this is the first time we've had like another camera person on. Besides Adrian was our last camera person on set too.
Yeah.
So we're wanting to kind of like get a feel for like you, man. Like I know you've been in this longer than most of us have, if not about 10, 12. Grandpa, I'm just playing. I was like, hey, how old do you think I am, bro?
Hey, old man.
Well, I remember meeting you. I met you the first time when I did the Cat Fed shoot at the skating rink.
Oh yeah. That was cold.
It was cold.
Yeah,
it was cold.
That was the first time you guys met?
Yeah, he was a PA then too.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Dallas was still with Bick, and I don't even know who else was. Frederick was the DP. I think
Frederick was DP. Roger was ACM. Max Jolly was Jib-Op. Yeah, man.
So walk me through when did you officially start PAing?
I started PAing in 2014, but I still had a day job. And then eventually, May 1st of 2015 is when I went full-time freelance, doing my own stuff, but also PAing and really hitting it hard, just committed to it, really.
What was the date again?
May 1st, 2015.
Dang.
Yep.
And you remember that? Like, it's like off the top.
Everybody remember that first.
It was scary, but at the same time, it was like, it's got to happen because if I don't make the time to do this, then I'm going to miss out on so many opportunities. So
yeah,
I just had to commit.
You don't remember the day that you like quit life? Like
I remember the day I dropped out of college. I remember that, but I guess when I dropped out, I knew I wanted to freelance. I never like wanted to work. I guess I worked at Trendsetters for a little bit, and I quit that. That was
I would say KC Pizza Kitchen was your last real job.
Yeah, but I was freelancing before that. And then
I get you.
Pandemic hit, so then I was doing that. I was delivering pizzas 2020 summer, bro. I was out here. I know these KC streets like nobody else. I had the little magnet on top of the car.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You was definitely a pizza dude.
Bro, I was out there.
Committed.
Yeah.
It's funny because I worked at Five Guys Burgers and Fries, and they actually promoted me to manager, and I did that for like a month before I quit. And
really?
they did that because they knew I was on my way out.
Okay.
And so they tried to give me more money, basically. And they gave me ended up being like $12 an hour at that point. And I was already making 10. So
did they know what you were doing? They knew.
Oh, yeah.
So I have a question because this actually happened to me and James at Home Depot. Did they try to like coerce you into like, oh, you should get in with corporate and do the corporate videos or whatever?
Nah, they just thought it was interesting.
Home Depot tried that on you?
Yeah, the management team was trying so hard to get me and James to like stay with the company and like get me to stay with the company. They were like, why don't you look up how to do the corporate videos down in Atlanta?
They didn't do that because Five Guys doesn't do that. They don't do marketing like that.
Oh, really?
They don't have. You can look it up. They don't have one commercial.
Wow.
To this day,
wow,
they don't have one commercial.
You'd be surprised. Like some companies, they don't need to.
Is it just word of mouth?
Basically. I don't know why they don't market that way, but they just don't.
That's different.
Yeah. I thought it was stupid.
I think it's dumb too.
I think it's dumb, but but there's Five Guys everywhere, so you can't like truly say it's
My mom has a seafood restaurant, and she's never ran an ad before in her life. And
your mom's booming now.
Yeah,
bro.
like the restaurant has just been growing and growing. Wow. So there's something about like not. I guess when you don't put money into marketing, when you don't put money into marketing, you just save more money off rip. It's like I could have $100,000 to spend on marketing, or I could reinvest that in my business in a different way.
Exactly.
So,
all right, that's what's up,
bro. So what's been the plan though, man? Like how what's going on? What you got going on? What projects you got coming out?
So I got Vi, short film that you helped me produce coming. Hopefully we're gonna be doing a private screening in next month, and then I'm working on DPing a feature right now, and then I'm also writing my own feature.
Can you talk about the feature you're DPing right now a little bit?
Yeah, it's kind of a drama and a comedy, but it's basically like it takes place in 2020, and it's kind of like the very peak of COVID.
Okay,
and it's dealing with two separate families and the conflict of not just COVID, but this one family moving into a different neighborhood and area because jobs are leaving or coming in certain areas and moving around.
That's interesting.
And so there's conflict there because somebody gets fired, things like that. Somebody gets into a fight at school, stuff like that. Effect, trickle effect, and it's all kind of basically connected. So yeah, it's definitely like just a real simple but like funny. The actors are amazing. Like they're solid actors. They're killing it, and it's a good movie to watch with like your family for real. So far, from what I've been seeing, like it's funny.
So is this your first DP gig for a feature?
For a feature, yeah.
Oh yeah. How many weeks?
It's gonna be 16 days.
Okay.
So it's not too bad. Maybe an extra 2, depending on if we need to reshoot anything.
Okay. Yeah. So that's not bad. But 16 days. I mean,
what has your journey been to finally get to like DP a feature?
A lot of hard work and a lot of like just keep your head down and go.
Yeah.
But also, being strategic about it. Like my goal has always been to DP direct. So it's kind of like I just knew that's always the goal, but everything else before that was just a means to an ends.
Yeah.
So like, for example, I'm not getting paid much for DP, right? Right. To DP this feature. But on the side, if I have to, I can take some AC gigs because that's in town. That's what I'm known for the commercial world is ACing, which is great. Or nowadays I'm starting to cam off a lot more too. Hey, so, all that growth is amazing. And I can, seeing that and people trusting me with that is showing me that I've been on the right path, you know? But the DP and directing thing has always been the goal.
So you PA for 5?
Nah,
no, because when you tell, I remember when you tell the story.
It felt like 5 years.
Whenever he tells the story, because I remember when I was like trying to transition, and I was like, man, I gotta call D because these the only one. Because apparently the word around town was like D was the GOAT, but he also was in it for like 5 or 6 years. I was just like, damn, my man's like a seasoned veteran.
It felt like 5 or 6 years.
Because 2014, that's when I started Missouri Western, and then like not too long after, in 15 is when I think I met you on that because that job was because that's when Dallas left was next year. So, but like so how did you fall into like with Dallas and then and Big? Did you just kind of
that was all word of mouth. Initially, when I first started PAing, I reached out to a company here called Liquid 9, and I emailed them editor's resume because I thought I wanted to be an editor. And the producer at the time there emailed me back, like, "Hey, we're not looking for an editor, but I'll keep you in mind for future work." And I didn't know what that meant, fresh out of college. And like a couple of weeks later, she hit me up like, "Hey, we need a PA for this commercial. Are you down?" And I was like, "Sure." I lied to my job and was like, "Hey, I'm sick." And I went and did this commercial gig.
Say, hey, I'm sick.
And I didn't know really what I was doing. I just did what they told me to do. I didn't really know what a PA even was because I didn't get told that in school what a PA position is.
Wait, where'd you go to school?
Art Institute International, Kansas City.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, really, like even in at Missouri Western, like
no,
we talked about PAing, but like I didn't know like
really go into detail about it. Like you're like, oh, it's a production assistant, and for me, it was like go get coffee, that's food.
That's
which
true.
Is true, but it was just like here it's a little different,
right?
Like
and you came in at the latter. Like if you would have had Dallas and Alex, you would have known more because that's what Dallas took care of mostly was the production side of things. You had Alex. You were there with Alex and Robert.
Robert, yeah.
You already know how I feel about Robert. That's for birds.
Yeah, bro. Like I was not the first PA job I had. I was not prepared at all. Like I had no idea like what I was getting myself into. Yeah. Even just like the walkies. Like I was like, what do these codes mean? Like, how do I put this earpiece in, bro? I was like so lost. But
I still don't know how to put an earpiece in,
bro.
That's why you get the molded ones now.
I like the ear techs. The camera department has the ear techs.
Man.
Those are the best.
Y'all cheat with those. I feel like because exactly. And y'all in your own little world. I was like, definitely over there talking shit about everybody.
Right? everybody with ear techs giggling, and everybody on set is like. So fucking funny. That's funny. Camera team's laughing the whole time. What's going on,
boy?
Do you remember the first time we met?
When did y'all? Oh, I feel
No?
like you feel like I know.
I don't
when
think
y'all
so.
met.
I remember it so. It was on Queer Eye. I think that was the first time I think I ever met you.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
wait.
like,
No,
yeah.
you're right. Yeah.
But it wasn't like we knew each other. Like it was
Nah.
just like I was in art department PAing, and we had like on Fridays when it's the reveal.
Yeah.
Like we already did the work for the week, so now we just wait for. Essentially, we don't do anything. We just go home after like you guys get there. But we were there for some reason, and we were just sitting around. So I went to like find the camera department and like see what I thought I could help and like learn. So I was like going up to DeVonte like, hey, like you want me to move this tripod for you? Like, hey, you want me to like? And he was looking at me like, who the fuck is this? Like, you're like, dude, I don't like, where'd you come from? And I'm like, I got you. I can move this for you. You need help? And he's like, yeah, grab that Pelican case.
So eager, my man's so eager all the time.
Oh my god, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I don't. I mean, I remember being so like wanting to do good on that job.
yeah.
I did mess up on that job, but
Really? How so?
luckily I didn't get fired. What did I do? Oh, so we had to go an hour away for the location. I ain't told nobody this. We had to go an hour away for a location.
Here first, y'all.
Oh,
This is an exclusive.
It's still to this day, every now and again, I think about it. I'm like, that was whew. Oh, so it was me and our PA, our camera PA, and we were driving an hour away to the location, and we're supposed to pack all the camera gear, which is like 3 cameras, 3 tripods, batteries.
Yeah.
We had to set up GoPros before we left into the vehicle with the first AC, some other stuff, and we leave all the batteries and 2 tripods, and all we had was the batteries that were already on the camera, and maybe 1 extra one for each one that we had, and we were an hour away.
Oh no!
And as we're me and Dan are driving,
Dan Banks?
no,
ProRes.
ProRes. Oh, okay.
Me and him are driving, and I go 25 minutes into the drive. I go, we left the fucking batteries
Oh my goodness!
and the tripods, bro. And luckily, the first AC they were doing something in town still, so where we were at home base, they had to go back and get it. But the problem is the people who were with at home base with the five were executive producer, showrunner, first AC, the DP. Yeah, bro. It was like, dog. I was like, man, I'm probably about to get fired.
Jonathan couldn't help you then.
Nah, bro. It was like I was like, man, I'm probably gonna get fired, and it was like rightfully so. I mean, but and they knew like first AC. Me and him already had a rapport. We were really tight, but he knew I knew I fucked up. He knew I felt bad about it.
Yeah.
And it was just like I was quiet the rest of the day. I didn't say a thing. I was like, I didn't say what you need. I just focused on what the job was, finished out the day, and I had got a call sheet from that night for the next morning. And I was like, all right, cool. Never in my life have it ever happened again.
Bro, that's the worst
and that was,
feeling.
And the thing is, that was week 2 or 3.
Ooh,
so we had
just
started. We had just started. You know, this was lady with all the taxidermy.
Oh,
that was like week 2
Amazonia.
or 3. That was like week 2 or 3, bro.
Bro,
bro. I thought I was done. I was like, bro.
I haven't seen that episode yet.
The first thing I thought of was like, bro, this is supposed to pay for my wedding.
That is funny.
And I'm about to get fired. Nah, but luckily I didn't get fired. I got the call sheet next day, and I just kept working, bro. I never brought it. Well, people, of course, when you mess up, they'll tease you.
Yeah.
So they teased me for a good week or so, and then they teased me closer to the end because they didn't forget. I was like, it's all good. I get it. So other people messed up too, for sure. But it was just like, that's not something that is not. It's just like, bro, don't like the showrunner who also is a operator in her own right, and also very visually, like she understands cameras.
What was her name?
Jen. She understands camera and the department very well.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
And she was pissed the whole day. At me.
Really?
You could just feel it. You can feel it every time. She wouldn't even look at me.
Bro, she's an intimidating woman.
She is very intimidating.
How tall is she?
like
She's maybe
5'6"?
No. I'm 5'7", so she's like 6'1".
Oh,
yeah.
Damn.
She was like 6'1", 5'9".
Yeah,
like
was she
somewhere in
really?
there. Yes, bro. She was
You
as
didn't
tall
know
as
this girl
she was
taller than
almost
you?
as tall as Karamo.
Oh, maybe you're right.
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's an intimidating.
At the Emmy party, I remember the only interaction I had with her, like I PA'd on this gig for like 6 months, and the first time I talked to her was like 3 or 4 months into the production, and it was at the Emmy party at Two Light, and I pull up, and it's me and Danielle, and we weren't even early. We were like 5 minutes late. I thought we were running late, but no one else is there, and it's just Jen and like another like producer, and they're at the bar, and like the rest of the place is completely empty. So I was like, I'm gonna go like I'm gonna go introduce myself, like say hey, bro. I literally walk up to her and I'm like, hey Jen, like it's great to see you, and she looks at me like she doesn't even know who I am. And I'm like, all right, yep. Have a good night. Congrats, you know. But I was like, she probably thinks like I'm a worker or like part of like the photo booth crew, because it was us and the photo booth crew that were setting up.
Oh god.
So, bro, she's a scary woman, bro. Like she definitely like she looks at you like
like she didn't intimidate me until that when I messed up.
Yeah.
You know, and then I was like, all right.
But production wasn't delayed at all from that, right?
No, you never even noticed.
Yeah, exactly.
No one ever noticed but camera crew and the people who were in that car with all the gear.
Yeah.
They're the only ones who knew. And so it was still like the wrong people knew, though. Like,
Right.
It wasn't like just the A's. It was like, yo, these are people who are hiring me, basically. You know?
At least it was like worst would have been like you find out on set when you need it.
Oh, nah.
Bro,
Second
yeah,
worst would have been
that's what I was
everyone that you didn't want to know finds out.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. You pull up to set.
Well, you know,
it's
so like
oh.
all the producers that were at the home base for most of the time,
Yeah.
they of course knew.
Yeah.
They were teasing, but I'm like, they were sitting right next to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they were also rushing us. You know what I mean? So
Right.
and that's kind of what I said, and it is true, but there's still no excuse, bro. So like I said, it ain't never happened again.
Bro,
I'm triple checking everything.
I can't imagine being in that position in camera department, like forgetting,
bro.
AC. That's why like AC is like it's so meticulous, bro. Like
You got to be. You got to be.
That's why I always find it like nerve wracking whenever like if I'm coordinating and I gotta coordinate or find logistics for a PA to pick up camera and all that, and not only that, get camera to set. That's a whole different problem. It's like cannot the first do it? Like if you make me and you put it all in the back like the Ford shoot, the giant Penske
the back
truck,
of the art truck and garbage truck.
That was everything. James said that was the camera truck, the production truck, the
literally
art
garbage
truck,
bags
the
with water,
truck,
like yeah, bro.
I was like, why? And because I asked him, I was like, do you want a separate van for Tom to put camera stuff in? They're like, no, it'll go in the truck. And it's like, all right,
yeah,
you ain't gotta
camera
ask me
department.
twice. It's your money,
That's
not
wild.
mine.
Yeah, that was
wild.
weird.
Yeah,
But-
that she was a little wild. Even being sick with COVID all week and getting phone calls. Bro, she made me wake up the next that Thursday call. I had to wake up at 6 o'clock, 5:30 with her and just be on call. So I had to be on my laptop at like 5:30 a.m. Up,
Like emailing you or calling you?
just sitting there in the living room, ready to work. And if I get an email or a phone call, I just got to be ready to work at 5:30 a.m.
Dang.
Laptop up and yeah, I was like, man, I can't sleep just like an hour. Let y'all like actually get in and get going.
Right.
Nope.
It's like just calling me in like an emergency where like you need something.
Yeah.
But like an email about like something like receipts or something. I don't need to be up at 5 a.m. for that. You
5
know?
a.m. for
Yeah.
that.
Wow.
That's weird.
That's wild.
Yeah. It was the first one.
I'm like, all right, cool, yeah.
I heard that one was kind of a I heard that one was kind of a wild one.
But sleep.
But hey.
Hey, we got through it.
Y'all got through it. And I appreciate you doing that favor for me too.
Oh, I definitely wouldn't have done it if they didn't say it would be a half day and double my rate. Like if they didn't say that, I would have tried to call other people and been like, "Hey, Jerome needs your help." So don't even thank me because literally it was just because it was a half day and double the rate.
Hey, that's a good deal. That's a good deal.
I'm just being honest.
You can't even be my friend. Help me when I'm in need. See, look, man. But so we're doing. So we got quick looks coming up.
Yeah,
We're gonna do the short. All three of us. How you feel about that?
Good. The location is gonna be dope.
excited.
The actors are gonna be amazing. We've worked with a couple of them already.
We got Jordan coming in. Trey.
It's a funny script.
Yeah.
You know, Jean-Jacques is
bro.
great writer.
JJ is on something,
Dude,
man.
he's a great
Kid's
writer. He's always
busting
writing.
out features
Man.
every
I
other
need to
week.
read these
it feels
scripts. I haven't
like.
read them yet.
Kid has like 30 scripts, like just
Yeah,
30 features just
crazy.
stacked up, ready to go, bro, of all caliber too.
Yeah,
and
that's wild.
it's crazy because that's when I had that conversation with you about just like bringing like not true black, well, black comedy back to the screen in a way, but like in a more cinematic way, like the old Eddie Murphy movies and like things of that nature. Yeah. Instead of things you just see on BET like that. But Jay, like he wrote a bounty hunter western. What else has a kid done? Did you read Last Temptations of Chris? Mm-mm. You read Last Temptations of Chris. Yeah, that was pretty funny. That was like that was the knockoff when we was trying to copy Michael Ealy and Hilary Swank's. Yeah, bro. I as soon as I saw that trailer, I called JJ up. I was like, bro, you see this trailer yet? He's like, no. I was like, look it up. And he looked it up. I was on the phone with him. Mm-hmm. I was like, yeah, go ahead and write something like that, bro. Let's write it. That's funny, bro. And it turned out good. Like everything he thinks of, I feel like he's just on it, bro.
Yeah, he's a great writer, bro.
I think he mentioned that he wants to direct some of the miniseries that we're working on.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so
my boy got a miniseries too coming out.
I know. I'll show you the script.
Yeah, bro. I'm actually kind of excited because the soundtrack does fly dope with it. Now we just got to get those clearances. That's the whole.
We gotta just make it first.
Yeah, we just gonna do this.
Figure out the rest of the other stuff. Technicalities.
Yeah.
So what's next for D? Like, where are you wanting? Actually, this is a question I do want to start asking people. Is like, where do you want to see the industry go further? I guess in your department or just in general. How do you want to see the industry progress?
In general, progress. You mind if I get a little serious?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
So it's known that like people with the wave that's happened now when it comes to people of color and inclusion and things like that, and which I think is great and it's powerful and I'm happy for it, absolutely. But then, and I think we've all realized some things about like certain jobs or certain people would hire, and I've heard stories, hire a black person because of the talent's black to make them feel comfortable.
Right.
I get it. And I we take our wins where we can get our wins.
Right.
But it's like, that shouldn't be a thing. You should be hiring me for the talent or for my expertise. Don't hire me because you want to make this person feel comfortable or you're checking off a box or whatever. Mm. Hire me because you feel like I'm qualified to do this job. I had a good friend of mine, director, who reached out to me, flew me out to, where did I go?
I feel like it was Alabama.
He be traveling all over the
place. Him and LeBron be everywhere, bro.
Where did I go? Wichita? No, not Wichita.
Baltimore. It was Baltimore.
Shout out to LeBron.
Shout out to LeBron off camera.
Oh my God!
I didn't ask.
He had to do it. I knew he was gonna have to do it.
You just wanted to
toss me a water. Hey, toss me a water.
What water? There ain't no water.
He flew me out to.
You didn't get water?
He flew. You're good. He flew me out to Baltimore. Really cool dude. Me and him hit it off, had a really good rapport, and it was like my first big like DP commercial kind of thing. It was just interviews and B-roll, which is fine. But he just from jump was like, "Hey, this is a historically black college. I think these stories should be told by a black DP/director." Mm-hmm. And I was like, "I appreciate you just saying that up front."
Right.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna pick up on it. If you would have left that little bit out and he would have said historically black college, I was like, I would have immediately went, "Oh, you're hiring me because I'm black."
Right. Exactly.
And this is who we're interviewing. You know what I mean? That's how it. That's just the reality of it. Right. But him saying that last bit, like, "Yo, I am hiring you because I think you're talented, but also
I know you can. You relate to this.
You relate to this, and you should be the one telling the story."
Yeah.
And he definitely he really did let me do my thing.
That's beautiful.
And he gave his input on certain things, but it was just like he let me do my thing. I respected that even more. It was like, "Yo, you up front with it, that's cool. Like, I get it. Like, again, we're gonna take our wins where we get them, and you flying me out, bro. Like, exactly. I appreciate you even giving me the opportunity anyway."
Right.
We already know how much travel.
That's where I want to see the change. Like, it shouldn't be, this story is, or this, I'm hiring this person because I want these people to feel comfortable or whatever.
Affirmative action.
But then again, at the same time, I'm very much, when I'm doing my stuff, I try to include everybody. Mm-hmm. So like Vi we had Alex on as AC. I'm pretty sure sure he's Asian.
Yeah. We had a pretty diverse
crew. We had all types of,
just in general lately. Yeah. I've noticed that like between like Vic's, whether it's a Vic short, something that we're doing, you're doing, JJ's like even not Graham, Olivia and all them, like Liv, Gallup.
Yeah.
Like there's a huge diversity of all of us.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
And
all
not,
come from
not
different-
even just like with color, but even just female and male.
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
non-binary and all that. Like we just, you know, just including everybody is what I want to see more of. Like,
Yeah.
I want to hear
I like
more
that.
about.
I agree.
You know,
I
and
agree with
that's
that.
and I know that's what everyone probably says, but like it's true.
It's
like
true.
that's the change, because those other ideas and perspectives are what's going to drive us away from the stuff that's been told in the past.
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
we're going to tell new stories. We're going to come up with new ideas and new perspectives on people's stories, and that's what I strive to make when I make stories and tell stories. Is I want to show you a perspective that you might not have thought of. And that's what I think our job is as filmmakers, is to show someone else a perspective.
Secretly, I think that's why Vi is so good.
That's what it is. You know, it's about perspective. It's someone's on the outside looking in. For example, like I always say, like I'm from Detroit, right? So I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Moved to Newton, Kansas, middle of nowhere, 30 minutes outside of Wichita, Kansas. Total culture shock.
When'd you end up here?
I ended up here for college in 2011 after I graduated. Literally a month after I graduated high school.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, total culture shock. And then coming to Kansas City and seeing that. I lived in Alabama for about 3 months as a kid, too, in high school. So, like, it's just seeing different cultures and getting out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And seeing a little bit broader perspective on things, and having an open mind. And not being so tight into your space, because like even for Black people, like I know Black people who have a certain perspective on the rest of the world and how Black people are viewed, and I'm like, I mentally have lost that perspective because I've been around different I've ventured out, and so I don't have that. Oh, this is how Black people are perceived all the time. Perspective, like I've met a ton of decent people who are just decent people. Exactly. Like it's just no color involved, you know? But yeah, man, that's the change I want to see. Bro. It's just
that.
I agree.
Inclusion.
Are we still good on battery? I just want to make sure.
Yeah, cool. Battery's like a 15.
Yeah.
Wait, what? I thought you said
15 volts.
I was like, it's a wrap. We just lost that incredible like speech that DeVonte just gave us.
Like, dang.
No, I agree. I mean, I think like even just showing people like that being a filmmaker and like just getting to do video production and tell people stories like that is a possibility. Like a lot of people don't even know like you can do this for a living.
Yeah.
Like
I didn't
either. Like that's something like college didn't really show me, and like even like getting into it and being freelance, like I learned all as I went. And like there's people that want to be creative, people that want to do this stuff, but it just seems so far away, especially people in our community. It's like, oh, I can't, like, you know, I would love to do that, but there's no way I could do that. And I think like being able to just show like not only like how our stories change, but also like how like opportunities and jobs like are available. You know, a lot of people don't know that.
Bro, me and LeRon talked about that at one point. It was like how, and this was directed towards the Black community, because I remember I forgot who you asked about, but he had there was someone who needed help finding something. I was like, do they not know we have all these resources? And like they don't know about the KC sites and all that, or
they don't know how to
locations.
get in.
Exactly.
And I get that all the time from a number of people of color, not just Black people, like Hispanic people, Asian people. I'm like, bro, all I did was email. I just literally Googled production companies in Kansas City and emailed my resume out with a short thing in the body of the email. And that's what I did to just reach out to somebody. And that's what you kind of have to do, is just go knock on those doors, because they're not going to see you unless you go and literally knock on their door.
Exactly.
And like, and it's funny because you talk about how no one knew I didn't know this was a profession at all. Mm-hmm. I was almost a web developer.
Really?
Yeah, bro. Like I thought I was going to be a web designer.
Wow.
And then when I went to college or was getting recruited by the college or whatever, it was web design, photography, film, and graphic design. And I thought I could do all four, but they're like, it's not that type of school. And then my mom was there, and I was like, I don't know. And she was like, you should do film.
Wow.
And that was it. I was like, all right, cool.
Wow, okay.
Like, that was really it. Like, I like movies, of course, but it was just like, I was really leaning more towards web design. I just didn't really know, because I liked it all.
Had no knowledge of, like, where do I Like how?
No, I was like, she was like, you should do film, and I was like, I didn't think that was a job. Right. Like in my head, I didn't think I was like, sure, I'll go to school for film, I guess.
But do you see like just how like just your mom saying that opened up like
absolutely,
just changing like your like making it seem real. It's like no, you could do this. Yeah. Like most of us don't even think like it's possible,
especially for a parent, because a parent's always about like, what are you gonna do to put food on your table? Right. How are you gonna provide for your family?
Right. And I'm sure she was thinking, oh, you'll get a job at like a corporate, thing,
right,
like be a videographer for this corporate kind of job or whatever. I'm pretty sure that's what she was thinking. I don't think she thought I would go into like just a freelance, and she being my own boss, basically.
Right.
She didn't know about it either. We didn't even know.
She probably didn't really know. Like,
she's probably just as excited about the journey that you've been on.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like a lot of my family are, bro. Like they're just like, bro, like what are you doing?
Bro, I love getting
that. Like, how are you doing this? And like, bro, it's so great, cuz it's so great seeing you. And like, they're at family events, they're like, come take the photo. You're the filmmaker, come take this photo for the family. I'm like, bro. Hey, why? Yeah.
I'm gonna let you know a funny ass story too, real quick. It was Christmas time, and when I was in Portland. Well, my aunt called me, and she's in California. She's like, hey, I need help pulling the CCTV footage from this. I was like, what? She's like, you know about cameras, right? I was like, hold on a second. I don't know about security photo. Like, I can't just tap into somebody's security system.
Let me just log into the mainframe real quick.
I was like, what you need to do is you need to haggle the guy, and you need to get that file from him. Get the SD card.
You're like, I'm not a hacker. Like, right. What do you want me to do?
Get the SD card. That's what you need, and take that to the police.
That's hilarious.
Bro.
Well, I was like, hang up and call 911, like 911 right now. Like,
bro, and I'm in the house, like my uncle's in the house, my mom, my sister, like most of the family is still in the house too. And I'm like, why am I the only one getting this phone call? Did y'all get this phone call? They're like, no. It's like, that's funny. I love family members who just think what we do, but what we really
And then I'm also like, I don't want to work right now. I'm in a family event.
Exactly.
I don't want to work. Don't make me take a photo.
That's true.
Because then you get into it, then you're like, now I want it to be perfect. Now I gotta show off.
Right.
Yeah, bro.
No, man. Yeah, bro.
It's good to see you though, man.
Yeah,
I'm glad finally
I got to see you guys. I feel like it's been forever.
It feels like it has.
Yeah, that's true.
You guys been busy. As always, hustling.
Yeah.
Name of the freelance life.
Amongst things,
24/7, 365.
Yep.
Trying to get lives together and whatnot.
Trying to get everything figured out. But bro, we're so excited and happy you were able to make it. Like,
yeah, man. Thank you
especially
so much,
like to tell those stories that you've never told anyone. Bro, like
bro, I hope I still get called now. You gonna see this, bro.
Like,
he left what?
He left the equipment.
No, he can't have DeVonte.
Nah, bro.
This is the show that gets people fired.
Right.
And DeVonte's canceled.
Oh yeah, we definitely get LaRon on next, y'all.
DeVonte becomes a web developer after this.
Y'all
it's like life was good until I did that filming in progress.
DeVonte again?
Y'all ruined my life.
Oh my God, well, brother, thank you so much for coming, stopping by, hanging out with us for a little bit. We're gonna bring you back too again for sure. We're gonna definitely do the Black History Month because I know LaRon wants to get on. Yeah. So I'm gonna give him a reason to come to the next one.
For sure.
And we gotta get JJ on too. So yeah, we'll definitely try to run that one, man.
Yeah, we'll make it happen, bro. Thank you for having me, man.
Oh yeah, man. Always, buddy.
Bro, it's been our pleasure, bro.
Absolutely.
Much love.
How we wrap out again? I forgot how we wrap out.
This has been Filming in Progress.
Progress.
Thanks for tapping in. Check out our Spotify. LaRon, come on.
Come on, man. You want to be in it so bad.
Go ahead, tag yourself. Give them your Instagram.
Follow me on IG at LaRon Sound. No, I'm playing. No, that's seriously my Instagram. No, I love my brother DeVonte, man. Been knowing him for a decade.
Best friends right here, man. Right. Best friends right here. Thank you guys so much again for staying tuned. We'll see you guys next time, all right? Peace.
Peace.